Whole Story Quest Audiobooks presents The Dangerous Years by Max Hennessy, narrated by Chris Weeks. Part 1. 1. The rumours had been gathering strength for days. Even in late October, stories of a mutiny in the German high seas fleet had begun to trickle through, and now, finally, news had arrived that the German Kaiser had gone into exile. After 4 years of discomfort, hardship, and sudden death, after 4 years of grief, misery, and deprivation, it was almost over. Ever since August 1914, Europe had been engulfed in the greatest war the world had ever seen. But at last, suddenly, unexpectedly after the setbacks of the spring, the end was now surely at hand. The past month had seen the collapse of Bulgaria, Turkey, and Austro-Hungary, and a signal had been received only that morning to say that the war was finally dying. Sitting in the motorboat of the destroyer Mordaunt as it chugged its way back from Stromness, Lieutenant George Kelly Maguire stared round at the wide expanse of Scapa Flow. Scapa was an amazing place, big enough to house all the navies of the world, yet in its silences, its incredible colours, and the extraordinary quality of its northern light, bewitching. A place you either loved or hated. Most people managed to do both. Somehow, in his strength and stillness, Kelly Maguire resembled Scapa, as if he'd acquired some of its qualities. His gaze reflected the sea, grey, steady, and far away, with years of looking over great distances. His square face was older than his 26 years, with narrow crow's feet of concentration round his eyes and small, tight lines at the corners of his mouth. Unruly red hair curled beneath his cap, only partially obscuring the fading pink line of the wound he'd received at Jutland 2 years before. He looked again at the land, silent, lonely, and lovely in the crisp northern air. The shadows of the anchored ships of the Grand Fleet suggested a maritime Valhalla, full of ghost-like shapes frozen into a crystal silence, in which the leaden water was the only thing that stirred. The ships were of all sizes, from huge battle-cruisers down to destroyers, among them now French ships, and American vessels newly arrived to help defeat the Germans, who twice within 45 years had thrown Europe into a turmoil with their restless armies. Though Kelly had seen the sight 100 times since he had rejoined Mordaunt, and Mordaunt had rejoined the fleet, it still left him a...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?